Hi everyone, my name is Michael Jacobs. Today I want to talk a little bit about a popular concept that's used in golf vernacular, teaching, and even in everyday golfers when they're out on the course. And it's the concept of so-called lagging the club. Now I just did a quick Google search on the definition of lag, and this is the image that popped up. And the definition, as you can see on the screen here, talks about the relationship between the so-called angle of the arm and the club. I'm going to suggest to you that that has not been the best idea when it comes to analyzing that particular portion of the swing. We're going to use our modern grade research to give you a better look at what lag might be in a swing. One of the things that Dr. Nesbitt and I uncovered was the importance of understanding the rotation of the club. Now, your wrists will go through a pretty good full range of motion during a swing. The arms will rotate relative to the body, and there's a lot of movement. But when it comes to the actual rotation of the club in the so-called lag angle, it's a lot less than you think. So what we like to do is, I'm going to lay this club down. We like to take an airplane and put it on a club because it gives you a much better opportunity to see what we're talking about. The rotation that we're talking about, which we call beta rotation, is the pitching of the club up and down. So if you had an airplane on your club, you can picture everybody's on the plane here, and right now it's level, and if we nose the plane up or nose the plane down, that's the actual beta rotation of the club. Now, up at the top of the swing, as a right-handed golfer, when I come up to the top, it's this pitching motion where the plane would nose down and nose up, which is what we're referring to as more of what you want to focus in on the so-called lag angle. I could keep this relationship of my arm and club as much as I want, but how much actual rotation is taking place in the club, because that's really all that matters. And what we find is the best players in the world will bring the club up to the top, and the airplane will be tilted this way. So it starts off like this, and by the time we get up to the top of the swing, it's completely reorientated so that it's almost done like a Blue Angel flip over up at the top of the swing. So that's what the club's experiencing. And when we bring the club down, we are the best players in the world are smoothly getting that plane to transition to more of a level landing somewhere around this point of the swing. So focus less on what your wrists are doing, what your arms are doing, and put more focus on the actual change of the pitching or nosing down of the plane on the club. Now, people always ask, what would be a good idea? Well, what we usually see is about 20 degrees of this rotation at the top of the swing. So what do I mean by that? Let's say this is the address position of the club. If I pitch the nose of the plane up about 20 degrees, I'll do it from my address position. If I pitch the nose of the plane up about 20 degrees, that is about how much actual beta rotation or swing angle we have up at the top. Yet my wrist can go 50, 60 degrees of change. But the club, the actual rotation of the club itself, is much less. And I think a lot of people get confused in just studying the wrists only and not really paying attention to the rotation of the club, which is hard to see. And that's why it's so important that we continue to study the swing like we do. So up towards the top of the swing, you'll generally see about 20 degrees. So this is a cool thing to do at home. Just take your club as if you had an airplane on it, nose it up about 20 degrees, and then go up towards the top of your swing. And then by the time you get to about this point of the swing, start to let the 20 degrees go. So we would want around this point in the swing here for that plane to start to nose down before we make our move to the ball. Now, there are a lot of great players who get up to the top of their swing, and when they're coming down, they drive their club towards the ball while they're nosing it down also. That's a popular move in a lot of golfers. But I think to clear it up in your mind, I would recommend nosing up, bringing it up to the top of the swing, bringing it down to about this point, start nosing it down so that it's level here, and then let this smoothly continue to nose down as you make your move out to the ball.